This is the 13th of July, and we're talking to Jill Waring, reminding us of where different buildings are
Used to
that
be.
are gone now, and reminding us of various changes that have happened,
Okay.
at least physically at the church.
Right. Well, I just wanted to say where we were talking the other day, and I was telling Jack where the old parish house used to be, which was part of the Smith Medical, and then there was a space next to it where there was a kind of a 25 yards, and then the swimming pool that was there, and then the old office building, which was like a small house that they converted, and then the chapel, which I first came here, and when they built the church, all of us who went to the chapel really, really enjoyed that space and felt different, felt that we had to get used to the bigger space, that we really enjoyed that.
Not just bigger, but um, that's pure tradition.
Yeah,
And this is beautiful, but it is, I mean, all the glass and the
right.
clean lines, and it's,
And we did have some more black families that used to um, come to the 8 o'clock, and that was really wonderful.
yeah, when I first came, I would always count, and there were at least a dozen black people, and there were usually no more than 30 people. And then, of course, over the years, that black percentage has gone
Right.
down, and the total number has gone up.
And when we first came to the chapel, I remember, I think it was one of the Brown family, and she didn't let you out without a hug. That was such,
Miss Johanna,
I guess yes, probably it
'cause
was
she
Miss
was,
Johanna.
in my mind, the matriarch of all.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
she had started the ECW, and
And that I didn't know.
and yeah.
Yeah,
Then, of course, Roddy and Colbert were always there together,
that's true.
and of course, Miss Dodd, who brought me into the church.
And Roddy would also introduce the program, which was totally different from Episcopal way we went. He introduced each. It was, I guess, it was like the tradition, the African tradition of introducing each the psalm or the. Did you ever see that?
I had never seen that before I saw him do it. I saw him do it. I've been at many Episcopal churches, and every one has the only traditional way of doing it.
Yeah.
So there must be a lot of ways to do it.
Yes.
But Roddy thought he was high church in the order of Father Forsyth. But it was not high church as I understood it from Christ Church in Greenville, South Carolina. Yeah. Was Father Tipton
Yes.
the priest?
He had just, from what I understood, shortly come before I joined, before there was an African American, I believe.
Yeah. Well, after Father Forsyth passed in '74, there's a long period with no regular priests, but they bring people over. Now, there was Tony Campbell, who ran Baskerville, who was fully ordained and could do service, but he wasn't actually the priest.
No.
As I've tried to look this up, I've confused myself pretty thoroughly, because you have All Saints were the lone priest,
Oh,
and the
really?
others would be supplied. Yeah, we were a mission.
Right,
of
right,
All Saints.
right. It was a big deal when we transitioned from that.
Well, yes, yeah, and even greater when we officially recognized not as a mission, but as an actual church.
Right, right. Yeah, I remember that.
I think Father Tipton may have been listed as vicar rather than priest. He was a priest, but vicar is a title for.
Well, that was when I was in England. That's all that we called them.
Yeah.
Was a vicar.
Tell me, I think Vicar of Wakefield. Tell me about.
Yes. So I don't know if we made a distinction in England of the size of the church, but we always referred to never as father, always vicar.
Yeah. Uh, in Greenville at Christ Church, Father Tom Carson, who had something to do with starting this church, uh, had something to do with bringing Father Tipton here.
Oh, really?
He wanted to be called Father. And I was at that age when you're impressioned, when you remember stuff, and he was an intimidating man. So, priest or father, and there is no, that's the way it is, and has been since Father Carson.
Oh,
Yeah, I think it was Cole Tipton Finhagen, Jim Finhagen. He's got a marker over here.
right. Yes.
They
Okay.
were brought in because we had the embezzlement, and things were in such a mess.
Oh,
And
wow. Yeah.
then the bishop suggested that maybe Father Tipton could run things if that suited what was a black congregation.
Right, right.
And it was Roddy who said they wanted this. And then he met with Father Tipton, who told him there are a lot of people about ready to leave All Saints, and this is going to suddenly become a white church.
Right.
Are you sure you want that?
Yes.
You know, from 1840, there's
Right,
black
right.
congregations. Now you sure you want it to be a white church? And Roddy said, yes, we want that.
Yeah. Well, it's really, from my point of view, that we've lost a lot of the what made this so unique.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have the congregation that as mixed as I would have liked it. Would I like it to be? Yeah.
Yeah, I feel the same, and it's been I don't know how to express it. It's painful. It's painful that I look around, and I brought kids from coastal Carolina to do oral history, and was telling them about our history, and they kept saying, "You said it was a black church." I said, "Well, it was historically black."
Yeah.
They said, "There's no black people here."
Yeah.
And I guess maybe Miss Dot was there and Roddy, and that it was one of those
Yeah.
days we really had no black people,
I know.
and now we have many such.